Hello. My name is Antoinette, and I am a pharmacist working in South Africa and a runner myself. And today we are covering all things running. We're going to talk about how to get started, important running essentials, supplements, nutrition, and everything in between, because I know for some people, running can be intimidating, and my job is to make things easier for you. So whether you're running to lose weight, get fit, clear your mind, or just finally stick to a healthy habit, running can literally change your life. I know because that's been my experience with running, and take it from me because growing up and in school, I had no athletic or sports background. I literally just decided that I wanted to start running. So I joined a running club in my town, which led me to running my first race, and the rest is history. That's why I am so excited to share with you all the running tips that I wish I knew when I started my running journey. As you can tell, we have a lot to cover in this video, so let's get into it. Tip number 1 is having a runner's mindset. Now, before you get on the road and start running, I want to preface all of the tips in this video that I'm going to share for beginner runners by highlighting how crucial your mindset is, because it's often the mental barriers and limiting beliefs that stop people from becoming consistent runners. So you need to pick your why and reflect on it when things are tough in your running journey. You could choose to run for yourself or for family or whoever supports you. A huge confidence booster for when you start running is that if you run, even if it's just for a few steps, you are a runner. Having that mindset will definitely help you lay a lot of the imposter syndrome off that you might feel at the start of your running journey. So to be honest, your first week might suck and you're going to ask yourself why you even started running in the first place. And that's why it's important to choose your why when everything inside of you wants to quit. My why was wanting to lose weight and build more mental strength. So every time I feel like giving up in a run, I simply remind myself of my why to overcome these moments. Now let's talk about tip number 2, running gear. So fundamentally, you literally just need comfortable clothes to run in, as well as a reliable pair of running shoes. My advice in the beginning of your running journey is to only buy gear that improves your performance and makes you a better runner. First, you need outwear. So your running outfit literally doesn't have to be fancy. Running at its core is a low gear sport. You just need to wear soft quality layers that allow for easy movement and comfort during your runs. And of course, you need a good quality sports bra that's supportive, compressive, and comfortable. However, it can become increasingly expensive when getting more running gear. Okay, so if you're going for a run and it's kind of windy, it's really nice to have a high quality windbreaker. When it's peak winter, you definitely need to invest in warmer jackets. If you're going to run and it's kind of windy, it's really nice to get yourself a high quality windbreaker. You also need to get yourself some running gloves in winter. I can't stress this enough because otherwise you're going to freeze your hands off during your runs. Next are your techies. Your running shoes are the single most important investment in your running wardrobe. However, in all transparency, high quality running shoes can be very expensive. But this is one piece of gear I wouldn't compromise on because of how important they are. I got my first running shoes from Sportsman Warehouse because they actually measured my feet, showed me which pair are best suited for me. But you can literally get into any sports retailer and compare different brands like New Balance, Brooks, Asics, Nike, Adidas, and so forth. Just make sure they feel comfortable and lightweight when you have them on. My last piece of gear I would add to the list of running essentials now that we're moving into the warmer months is a cap. And that's so that you keep shaded and protected from the sun during your runs. So now let's look at the non-essential gear, which are honestly just nice to have, but are more like the icing on top of a cake when it comes to running. First up are sports watches. There are so many watches that you can pick from, but you really only need a watch that has basic functions to track your run and measure things like your pace, distance, and so forth. I personally currently use a Fitbit watch, but you can use any watch that you like. Pick from any brand. There's Garmin, there's Apple, which are a bit on the pricey side, but are absolutely amazing brands. Next is a running vest. I literally ordered mine online from Shein, which will help hold things like your running flask, your phone, your car keys, or whatever small items that you want to have on you, but don't want in your hand while you run. Next are sunglasses, which are just nice, obviously, to protect your eyes while you run. If you like music during your runs, definitely take along with you some headsets or earpods. But usually I like to use my runs to take a break from the day-to-day stimulations. Lastly, this isn't really a physical gear, but it's an app that will really be helpful for your running journey. And the name of the app is Strava. You can download it onto your phone to help you track and record all of your runs. It's also a social platform too, so you can follow other runners on there and show your progress, pictures, and different challenges with each other. So it really creates a sense of community and helps you connect with people who share your interests. Tip number 3 is to start slow and steady. So you don't need to focus on pace, but you do need to focus on consistency. My biggest piece of advice here would be for you not to be self-conscious about your lack of speed, but rather start out with a very comfortable pace. For example, you could start by simply walking, then gradually transition into run-walk intervals. You could do 1 minute of running and then 2 minutes of walking because your body needs time to adjust, and that's totally okay. Going slow may feel silly, but you will thank yourself at the end because your only job right now is to keep showing up. Tip number 4 is to set up a running schedule. Like with anything in life, it's so important to structure your runs and training, depending of course on what you're running for. But whether you're running to lose weight or running to run in a race, I would suggest having a weekly running schedule. I'll give you a breakdown of what my weekly training for running typically looks like, including my strength training program in the gym. So I am training for a half marathon. So my training split includes 3 key runs per week. It's an easy run, which is 30 to 75 minutes to build endurance, a mid run, and a long run. So for me, Monday is my push day where I focus on chest and shoulder exercises, and I end off with a 5-kilometer run at a recovery pace. Tuesday is for high load exercises. So lower body strength training, focus on exercises like squats, lunges, and so forth. Something that's important for me to highlight here is that you need to incorporate plyometric training as well as skipping to help strengthen your calves and Achilles to prepare to perform adequately during runs. Wednesdays for me is my pull day where I focus on back and bicep exercises. And then Thursday is my 5 to 8 kilometer run. Fridays is where I like to do full body and ab exercises and a simple incline walk for 30 minutes or so. And then Saturdays are where I like to do my 10 to 20 kilometer long runs. Sunday, we are resting, baby. I do not do anything on Sunday. I just take it as my rest day so that I am ready, well rested for Monday. Like I said, we all have different goals. My goal is to run a half marathon. Someone else's might be to incorporate a bit of running into their cardiovascular health. So whatever it is for you, just make sure that you're clear on what your personal goals are, and that'll inform how you structure your training schedule. Remember to always push yourself, but also listen to how your body is feeling. And that's what I've learned over time, which is to tune into my body and how I'm feeling when I'm on my runs. Next is nutrition, supplements, and electrolytes. I can't emphasize how important the topic of nutrition is. And the reason for this is that when you run and train, you naturally increase your body's energy and nutritional needs. So you leave room for all the foods and treats that you love. You just need to make sure that your diet is balanced and the way that you eat is healthy and supports your running journey. But basically, you want to make sure that your diet includes carbs, fibers, healthy fats, vegetables, and high quality protein. One of the most common questions when it comes to supplements and electrolytes is whether taking supplements is a non-negotiable. Even though the answer depends on you as an individual and your body's needs, there is well-documented evidence that there are benefits of taking supplements. So to make it simple for you, I thought I would share my supplement routine, which I researched to help you draw inspiration from. So I like to start my morning off with hydration. So waking up in the morning and drinking water. I can even add a bit of Celtic or Himalayan salt to make it an electrolyte blend. So now let's talk about the OGs when it comes to supplements. I recently started taking creatine monohydrate, and it is excellent for increasing strength and endurance as well as muscle recovery. So if you want to train and get results, creatine is your bestie. The next supplement I am currently taking is whey protein to help me hit my daily protein targets. I usually just mix it with almond milk to make a protein shake straight after strength training in the gym. Now for the next supplement. So before you run, it's really important to give yourself pre-workout fuel and energy. A great source for quick carbs and natural sugars is having a banana 30 minutes before your run because it's easily digested and it's also a great source of potassium, which helps to reduce cramping. Other great pre-workout snacks are rice cakes, toasted peanut butter, a shot of espresso, or even something like overnight oats. Let's move on to energy sources during your run. I like the ISOFuel gel, which I got from Dis-Chem. This is the strawberry and kiwi flavor. What these do is give you energy, especially during a long run, because they are carbohydrates in liquid form and can be absorbed very quickly and give you the much needed energy. Now for a quick run through of the electrolytes I use, which include magnesium, potassium in peach flavor, which I just add into my water as soon as I get back from my run. And these are minerals and salts that help your muscles stay hydrated and perform optimally. Oftentimes you lose electrolytes during sweating on a run, so I like to incorporate these into my routine. Finally, when it comes to your water during your runs, some people like to run with coconut water in their bottles because it helps them stay hydrated during runs, but ordinary water is just fine, just to make sure that you stay hydrated. So as you can see, supplements don't have to be complicated and expensive. I try to keep it simple so that I don't over-supplement my body with unnecessary ingredients. So that is it for this video. I really hope that you found value in it. If you do have any questions, comments, or any other topics that you'd like me to cover about running, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.